What's up, friends? Today we are back on Pokemon Showdown for another episode in our Mega Laddering series where I'm basically taking a different Mega, making a team around it, and laddering with it almost every day. I don't know if I'll be doing this daily. I'll definitely be uploading daily, but I don't know if I'll be doing this daily per se. But today we're actually using Mega Steelix. Now, Mega Steelix is a pretty cool Pokemon. I think it's a bit outclassed by Mega Aggron just because Mega Aggron does have Filter, Stealth Rocks, basically everything that Mega Steelix has. But Mega Steelix does have Sand Force. It also does have that ground type, so it's immune to electric attacks, which is pretty cool. And it takes on Bisharp pretty well. So basically the team that I have today is where the hell is it? Okay, so we got Mega Steelix. Basically, I decided to use this mon because my boy Styles said, "Hey Joey, build me a team around Mega Steelix," and I was like, "Okay." So started off with Mega Steelix. I decided to go max attack, max HP, 8 speed. That way I speed tie, like I don't speed tie like a Mungus. That's basically it, just a Mungus. So I have Earthquake, Heavy Slam as my stab moves. Heavy Slam is pretty good because Mega Steelix is actually pretty heavy, so it's a lot stronger than Gyro Ball in some cases. Next up, we got Stealth Rocks because I wanted a Stealth Rock on my team. And my last move is basically a toss-up between Ice Fang, Stone Edge, Fire Fang, just depending on how I feel, basically. So that's Mega Steelix right there. Now, I was a bit weak to Water. I wanted something for Bird Spam. I just needed a good utility mon in general. So Rotom Wash is definitely just fit that mark right there. I run enough speed to outspeed Jolly, Azumarill, and basically just a bulky set. That way I could take on Bird Spam as well as just Volt Switch on out into something like Bisharp to trap things. So next up we got Latias. Now I was debating between HP Fire on this Latias or Roost, but I noticed that Rotom isn't really the best check to Keldeo because Rotom is actually 2-hit KO'd by Secret Sword, Spec Secret Sword with Stealth Rocks up. So I definitely didn't want that to be the case, and I decided Latias would definitely fit right here. It's a fighting resist, it's a ground immunity, and it also has that psychic stab which helps me with Keldeo. And I have this EV spread, that way I always survive Spec Secret Sword after rocks upon switching, and I can still OHKO Keldeo. And Roost Defog, I decided to Roost over HP Fire just for longevity. So next up we got Bisharp. I wanted something that could Pursuit Trap the Lati Twins, take on Clefable, just annoying stuff like that in general. So Bisharp is just a staple on the team. Stab, Sucker Punch, Dread Plate, that way it's a bit powerful. I just gave it some random EV spread, that way I can outspeed most defensive Rotom. As next up we got Scarf Landorus T. I decided Scarf because I already had defensive Rotom Wash, so there's no real point in running a defensive Landorus T. This gives me a bit of speed. Greninja's a pretty big threat to this team, so that's why I have Scarf Landorus T, which can Revenge Kill it or pivot on out of there. I have superpower over Knockoff because as you can see, Mega Gyarados is actually a pretty big threat. And Bisharp plus Landorus T actually can handle Greninja if I can predict correctly and get off a Pursuit or Sucker Punch. And last but not least, we got Mew, Stallbreaker Mew, definitely the glue of this team, taking on Landorus Eye as well as Latias, of course. Beating Stall 1v1, taking on Calm Mind Clefable and just stalling it out. And definitely a Pokemon that is irreplaceable on this team. It actually beats Greninja 1v1 if Greninja does not have Dark Pulse. So that's basically the team right there. Now before we actually hit up the ladder, I just want to say that I've actually created a shirt. It's just a basic top percentage shirt that I feel really represents me because, you know, I'm Joey and my Rattata is in the top percentage of Pokemon of Rattata. I just put the little Joey quote right here. Remember my super cool Rattata? My Rattata is different from regular Rattata. It's like my Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattatas. So yeah, that's a little Teespring shirt that I have that's selling right there. It's just basically a test to see how this does. I was told to make a shirt, but I really didn't want to put like my name on it or a PK face just yet. I want to see how this does. So if you guys want to go check that out, maybe order one. If not, that's completely fine by me. I'm actually going to get one myself because gray is my favorite color. I like Rattata, I'm Joey, and I would definitely rep this shirt. So yeah, that's basically going to be down there if you guys want to go check that out. I'll just be linking it in the description for the next few days just because it ends in 24 days. So without further ado, let us look for a battle, and I'll pause it until we find one. Before I actually pause it, I recorded a Mega Pidgeot session which is going up tomorrow, Sunday. So that's why my points are going to be lower than they are right now. But we have found a game right away. My opponent has a very interesting team. If this is Mega Slow, bro, that's another reason why I have Mew, because I can taunt Wisp, Mega Slowbro, and beat it 1v1. So Rotom Wash actually has a lot of fun versus his team. So it's going to lead off with Rotom Wash as he ends up leading off a Heatran. It's on a balloon, so it might be offensive. Not entirely sure. But I'm just going to go right for Hydro Pump as he ends up getting up his Stealth Rocks. And I believe he's definitely offensive just based on the fact that he outsped me. I actually do outspeed Spadef Tran. And I believe I can go for Volt Switch. I can either knock it out or catch something on the switching. As he ends up going out to Heliolisk. So that's great for me because now I can just go right out into my my Landorus T. I don't know if he Scarf Heliolisk. That would actually be pretty interesting, to say the least. But I'm just going to U-turn out, expecting him to fear my Scarf as he does not. But I do have Mew, which is a very, very, very solid switch into an HP Ice and or Surf, as that HP Ice does 0 to me. That does literally 0. I'm just going to go for Knockoff as he ends up Volt Switching out. If he Volt Switches out into Scizor, I get rid of its potential item. That's what I'm expecting. Tran, though it's not packing an item, I could still beat it 1v1, so not entirely sure what he wants to go into. And if he goes out to Ditto, chases my Imposter, you can go ahead and catch this Knockoff real quick. So goes out to his Heatran as I'm just going to go for Roost as he ends up missing a Fire Blast, unfortunately for my opponent. Though it wouldn't have done too much. I think it's going to do like 30-40%. Yeah, 33%. That's crazy. Mew just tanks that as I can knock him out with the knockoff. And now he can go out into what I'm expecting to be Scizor. Or, yeah, Scizor is basically his only play. Scizor or Ditto. Though Ditto doesn't really scare me as much because I do have my own Steelix. Unfortunately, Steelix isn't really going to be doing too much this game just because my opponent has like 40 Pokemon to take it on. But ends up going out into his Slowbro. I'm kind of expecting him to Mega Evolve right here. So I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp. That way I burn him first as he ends up going for Calm Mind. And the great thing about Mew is it's not 2-hit KO'd by Scald. And like I can just taunt this thing. And Slowbro, Mega Slowbro, though it's annoying, I actually think it has potential to go to Ubers. It's a Pokemon that doesn't have Regenerator, so I can beat it 1v1 with my Mew. As you can see, that does nothing to me as I can just Roost stall him out a bit. Mew is just 1v1 in the team. Unfortunately, this is a matchup where Mega Steelix really can't do too much, bar like get up rocks if need be. So Slowbro's taunt should wear off right here. Definitely just gonna go for taunt again. I don't mind if he switches out. I just don't want him to recover as he ends up going out into his Mew. And this is just a great opportunity for me to go out into my Bisharp, because even though he can knock off my Dread Plate, which is what he has to go for, I do have Pursuit, so I can just go right for that Pursuit. And Bisharp's actually a really big threat to his team, so I'm expecting him to want to switch out, obviously, because he's locked into that. And I'm able to knock him out with the Pursuit, as Ditto is gone, and Mega Slowbro is actually in range of knockoff from my Bisharp. Azumarill doesn't appreciate any hit, and Scizor actually doesn't appreciate a hit either, so he goes out into his Azumarill. I'm just going to go for Iron Head. No reason not to. Don't want to switch into my... I don't want to switch directly into my Rotom on any hit, as he actually ends up going for the Sewer Power, which is good because now I can go out into my Landorus, and at -1 I can just spam Earthquake. Slowbro might actually eat this up, but he has nothing that really wants to come in on this thing, so I can go right for Earthquake, as it should be able to get a kill right here, if not 2-hit KO the Scizor, which is basically one of the few things he can actually go out into. So able to knock out the Azumarill. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm not sure how much work Steelix is actually going to be doing, but we'll see. So I'm actually just going to go out into my Latias. That way I can... ooh, he's Rest. Ooh. But I can just go for Defog. I'm not expecting him to want to stay in and tank a Draco. Like, you really have zero reason to do that. So I'm going to go for Defog, as he does end up trying to stay in. I wonder if he's going to get the Calm Mind. He does not get the Calm Mind, which is good because now I can just drop a Draco. He should really switch out. Especially because this thing doesn't have Leftovers recovery, and if he gets Scald right here, he's dead to the next Draco. So yeah, he gets the burn on me, but Draco will be able to knock him out. He should definitely switch out into Scizor. This is your ample opportunity to... This is the ideal situation that you want for Scizor. So go for that Draco, as I end up hitting the Scizor. I'm not sure what type of Scizor this is. It's probably Banded. Just based on the fact that I did that much at minus. But I'm just going to go for another Draco, as he ends up going for the U-turn. Yeah, I expected him to be Banded just based on the fact that I did that much. I didn't think he was offensive. And my boy Heliolisk can just come in. I could also just go out to Steelix. I'm going to go out to Steelix. The Steelix gets a kill. I can definitely survive any one hit from this thing. So my boy Steelix is about to come in, look right at me, not even care. Yum. Yo, I actually don't even think this thing can knock out Slowbro with Earthquake. But I will be able to outspeed Slowbro. Yo, Slowbro ate that up. That's insane. Oh my god, that's completely insane. But I do have my Rotom Wash, which I can just go out into. And like I said, I can stall this thing 1v1 with Mew, so I'm not really too worried. Though the fact that he got Calm Mind right there is a bit annoying. Just going to go for Volt Switch, as that does literally 0 to him. And I'm just going to go out to Mew, as he gets rest. So that's great because I can just roost up right here. And like I said, I'm not... Like, this thing is a threat, definitely, but I can beat it 1v1 with Mew, which is going to be my plan. So definitely just going to go for the burn right here. Hopefully he doesn't get a crit on me, as I do land my burn, as he ends up going for Calm Mind. And I want to be I'm just going to taunt him. I don't care if he goes for Scald, as that is what ends up happening. And I can actually survive the next burn, the onslaught, as you can call it. And just go for... I want to go for knockoff just to get a bit of unnecessary damage. Well, necessary damage, actually, because that'll put him in range of... Yo, this thing literally has the exact same attack stat. That's insane. But basically, I can just go out to my... my Rotom Wash, and actually go for Hydro Pump just in case he wants to switch out into Scizor, because he has to switch out to Scizor if anything, if he wants a chance of winning, because I still do have that. I basically still do have he had the taunt, so what could he have done right there? But he goes out to Scizor now, and I'm actually just gonna finish him off. I'm gonna go for the burn, obviously, but I'm gonna finish him off with Steelix. My boy Steelix gotta get a kill right now, so I might just get up Stealth Rocks for this king right here. Seems like he would appreciate the Stealth Rocks. He seems to be the color of rocks, his outfit anyway. I'm gonna pause it to fix a move. Alright, so he ended up going for Pursuit as I burnt him, and then he just runs. So we're gonna look for another battle. I'll pause it till we found one. Be right back. Alright, so we have found a game, and my opponent has like 2 of the best checks to Steelix. But this will probably be a pretty interesting game. I'm actually just gonna lead off with ooh, this is hard. I kind of want to lead off with Steelix if he leads off with this thing, so I actually do want to lead off with Steelix. The Rotom Wash is more than likely going to be his lead. Ends up leading off with Gallade. Oh, are you going to challenge me with your stab close combat? I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go right for Heavy Slam, bro. You can go for your stab close combat if you feeling real. I don't know how real you feeling right now, but this snake right here is about to eat this up with 0 defense. The cool thing about Mega Steelix is it's so bulky. Oh, worth. The worth. I did 0. I wonder if he's gonna close combat me. My boy Mega Steelix about to get a kill. Actually, I don't even have to stay in because I do have Landorus, which can give me the switch advantage, as he actually ends up switching out into Skarmory, which is great because I can actually U-turn out right here, back out into Steelix, and actually just get up my rocks. It seems actually I don't have to go out Steelix. I can go out into Rotom Wash, as he gets up his rocks right there, and this gives me the ample opportunity to just go for Volt Switch, as he's going to end up going out to Sylveon or his own Rotom Wash, I guess. Though I would expect Sylveon just because I do have Latias, which just comes in, and then I can just go out to my Steelix, force him to go for Defog with his Skarmory, get the boost with my Bisharp. I'm just thinking turns ahead, and then smack something with a knockoff. So that's going to be my plan of action right there. I'm expecting the Sylveon to want to come out, and Steelix can basically eat up any one hit. I'm kind of surprised he taunted me. Could have went for close combat, could have died. I would have liked that better, but he ends up going out to Sylveon like I did expect, and I'm inside. They call me the Steelix man. Alright, so I'm definitely going to be able to Volt Switch out in Steelix right here. Just a little bit of lag right there. The cool thing about Steelix is, like I was saying, even without any defense, it's almost as defensive as Mega Steelix is almost as defensive as Steelix without any defense. Let me see. /data Steelix. What the hell does 200 mean? /data Mega Steelix. Look at that. 230. That's insane. Without anything, it's almost the same. So I'm just gonna go for Stealth Rocks right here, as he's gonna go out to Rotom Wash. That's fine by me, as I don't really mind if Mew gets burnt, because Mew prevents the Sylveon from coming back in. So I'm actually just going to go out into my Mew, just in case he wants to go for Volt Switch as well, as he ends up going for Will-O-Wisp. And the Rotom Wash gets burnt, which is something I wanted. And I will be able to go for Knockoff right here for free. I guess he could switch out into something that can potentially take it, like I guess Sylveon or Talonflame. But Talonflame would be taking Rocks plus Knockoff. Nothing really appreciates a Knockoff. Nothing likes losing its item. That's why we have items in Pokemon, unless it's like an acrobatic sort of set or something like that, or a Citrus Berry sort of set. But I'm able to go for the Knockoff, get rid of this thing's leftovers, Recovery, as he ends up going for Volt Switch, and that's one of the main checks to Steelix almost neutralized. Unfortunately, by me going for Knockoff, this is not a counter. This is not a counter. Well, it can go for its own Knockoff. I'm about to show off this thing power. I'm going out to Steelix on the Knockoff. Alright, go for close combat. Come on. You know you want to. Just go for close combat. Oh, Drain Punch. Yummy! As he sacks Gallade. And this is the day that Mega Steelix 1v1 a Gallade. That was a really weird set. Drain Punch did 0. Close combat wouldn't have knocked me out. I don't think. What is Drain Punch? 80? I don't even know the base powers of some of these moves. I just play the game, click buttons, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm saying. So he goes out to Rotom Wash right now, as Mew is a relatively safe switch. Again, it's preventing the Sylveon from going for Heal Bell, which is something I don't want. So, and I'm also wearing down the Rotom Wash turn per turn with the combination of the burn that's racking up, the Stealth Rock damage, the lack of recovery. So he goes out to Sylveon, which is a bit of an annoyance to my team, sort of. Not really. I'm just going to go for the Taunt right here, preventing him from going for Heal Bell if he wants to go for Heal Bell, or Wish, whatever it's called. And I believe I can just go right for a Knockoff, getting rid of this thing's leftovers, Recovery, making it that it really can't come in on my Latias, if that's going to be the case. So he goes for Hyper Voice, which actually does 0. That does less than I expected, as I can just roost stall this thing just a bit. I could, again, use this Pokemon, but actually I'm just going to go for a Burn. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Burn. Might as well. I don't need Mew. There's no point. I really don't need Mew for this game. Rotom Wash handles basically everything that Mew handled, which is just Skarmory. Dragonite I don't consider too much of a threat, just because I do have, especially now that I went for a Will-O-Wisp, holy crap, and I missed. That's unfortunate, but I should be able to go right for a Knockoff right here. I want to knock off this thing's potential Lumberry, as he is basically going to be forced to attack me now. It would have been nice if I hit the Will-O-Wisp to burn it, and I could have just went for a double one, but it shouldn't matter, as I am just going to go for a Will-O-Wisp right here. Hopefully I do land it, as he could just go right for Extreme Speed, of course, and knock me out. I don't know if that's going to be the case, though, but we'll see. He should go for Extreme Speed to knock me out, because if I burn him, my boy Dragonite, Steelix would actually be able to eat up any hit. So I'm gonna go out into my Landorus T, as he could definitely switch out now. I'm expecting him to go on to Skarmory. I could just go for U-turn right here, but I don't know how real I am. He ended up staying in though, so able to knock out the Dragonite. That was a huge threat to my team. I kind of don't agree with the fact that he stayed in with his Dragonite. He should have went out to Skarmory, and I wanted him to go out to Skarmory because I did have my Bisharp, which I'm actually going to go out into right now on the Defog, as I'm expecting him to go for Defog, but he ends up going for Whirlwind, which is completely fine by me. Again, going back out to my Bisharp, just in case he wants to go for Defog. I don't know what Stealth Rock, Whirlwind, Roost, Defog. Alright, so yeah, Stealth Rock, Whirlwind. Yeah, he doesn't have counter, so something's about to catch this Knockoff at +2. This is not good for my opponent. He barely survives that, as he goes for Roost, and I don't think he'll be able to survive the next one, even after the Roost. I'm not entirely sure, though. It probably will be a... No, he should be able to survive it. Yeah. But what am I losing from going for Knockoff? I have 30 more. So if I want to, I can just crit him, too. As he actually ends up going for Whirlwind, and he forces me out into my my Steelix. So I'm just gonna go out into my my Rotom Wash, as he ends up going for Stealth Rocks, and I will be able to just go right for a Volt Switch right here. Nice and free Volt Switch. he has nothing that wants to come in. And the fact that he lets Skarmory get so weakened is great. Like, Steelix could actually just take on his Sylveon like I thought before. He actually ends up going out to Rotom Wash, which is completely fine by me. I will be able to go out to Latias and just go right for a Psyshock. Sylveon lost its leftovers recovery, so I don't think it could tank these. And I will be able to knock out the Rotom Wash, which is just leaving a lot for my Steelix to, get another kill. That's basically what I wanted to do. So, ends up knocking him out the Rotom Wash, or the Psyshock. I'm just going to pause until he picks a move. Never mind, he picked the move. So, he ends up going out into his Talonflame. I can just go for Draco. I don't care if he goes for Brave Bird. If he wants to go for SD, that's fine too. He turns out to be banded just based on the fact that he knocked me out. So, I'm going to go out into my my Rotom Wash, as again he has nothing for this. The combination of Rotom Wash plus my Bisharp's Iron Head, nothing that wants to come in. He either has to sack Skarmory right now or sack Sylveon. So I'm gonna pause it till he picks a move, or not. Never mind. He ends up going out to Sylveon, and Bisharp just gets a kill right now. So definitely gonna go out to my Bisharp, as I can just go for Iron Head. I either knock out the Skarmory, I weaken Talonflame, or I knock out Sylveon. So I believe I got him in checkmate right here. So he goes out to Talonflame. Unless he's running nice Flame Body, I'm not too worried. What I actually could do is go out into my Landorus T just in case he wants to double out into Sylveon, as he ends up going for Will-O-Wisp, revealing that he has that. Okay, that's good to know. Good to know that he has the Will-O-Wisp. I'm actually just going to go for U-turn because I don't want to give him any advantage versus me. He went for Wisp, which is something I did not expect. I think he's banded, though, based on the fact that he knocked out my Latias, especially because I have HP investment. So he's probably banded Wisp, if that makes sense. So I can hit him with a U-turn, as he ends up going out to Sylveon, and I get a kill with Steelix now. So nice. Steelix literally kills a Pokemon right now. I'm just going to go right for a Heavy Slam, as I can knock out the incoming Skarmory. I can knock out Talonflame if he wants to go out to that, and I'm going to pause it. So he ends up going for Heavy Slam, which I do indeed tank, as I am able to knock him out. Hyper Voice, my bad. As I am able to knock him out with the Heavy Slam, and now I can go out into his Skarmory, which I can just go out for Stealth Rocks versus. Like, it doesn't honestly matter at all. I go out into my Rotom right now and win the game. Basically, I'm expecting him to want to go for Roost again, because otherwise I go out to Bisharp on the Defog and I just win. But he ends up going for the Whirlwind, as again Rotom Wash is my best play. I don't think I can lose even if he does get the residual damage. So he goes for Defog, and now I can just go right for Volt Switch. He got rid of the rocks for me, and it's basically going to be it's game right now. I don't think there's anything he could do to win. So I'm going to go out into my Steelix, because Steelix will face the battlefield one last time before going down to the mighty Talonflame. Actually, no, my boy Steelix is tanking. I'm going to go out to my my Landorus, get off a nice Intimidate. Actually, that's stupid. Let me go for Earthquake just in case he has like Roost or something. Earthquake is, I think, my best play if he does have Roost. So hopefully he goes for Roost. That'd be pretty fun for me. Able to bop him with an Earthquake. As no. Yo, you guys think that my boy Steelix can actually tank this? You guys think I could tank this from 8% at -1? I doubt it. I tried, but basically Rotom Wash is going to be able to finish off the game with Hydro Pump, just in case he wants to Roost or something, revealing it. So yeah, good game, dude. And what time are we at? We are at 24 minutes. Good game. So guys, that's basically it for Mega Steelix. It really can't do too much in my opinion in the OU tier. I think in UU or lower tiers it'll definitely be nice. So that's my honest opinion on it. Guys, leave a like if you enjoyed. Again, I do have the shirt right here if you guys want to go check that out. I think it's pretty cool. I'm definitely picking one up. My girl said she's gonna get one, but I'm like, nah, I don't want you to wear this around. Actually, I don't mind. I don't know. But yeah, that's it, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And until next time, later.